Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so a while ago I made this tweet for something to make into a video on a rainy day. Finally got around to actually recording it, so we're going to go ahead and put this up probably in the next couple of days, depending on what's coming out. So yeah, I wanted to make a video about this, but essentially we're going to talk about what categories do people think would need some serious help this year with new releases like Dokkan Fest, EZAs and stuff like that. It doesn't have to be obviously what you necessarily think is going to happen, but just stuff that people would like to see. So I put on here, for example, Realm of Gods and Super Saiyan 3 need some good units. Super Saiyan 3 is a category that I have talked about quite a lot on the channel. I've always loved the Super Saiyan 3 team. It's been left to age for quite some time. The only real buffs that we've been getting is from Heroes units. And then of course Bardock got his EZA on JP, not yet out on Global, but comes with the Tech Bardock celebration. But a lot of the units on the team, I mean the category has one LR and you can't use him in the current meta essentially. And then yeah, a lot of the units on the team have fallen into that bracket where they're just too old to be useful now. Some of them are still waiting on EZAs, and then some of them obviously are very early EZAs like the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. It was the first unit to EZA, so by the point that we're at now is essentially like unrunnable. So yeah, Super Saiyan 3 definitely needs a buff. Obviously the big problem is the fact that Super Saiyan 3 isn't in the show all that much like overall. So most Super Saiyan 3 characters that aren't heroes are essentially just remakes of the same character. Like there's multiple versions of the same character as a Super Saiyan 3, because obviously so few characters actually do it. But I mean they've shown in the past by literally doing it, for some reason we can get Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly as a Dokkan Fest, even though they are characters from outside of the main like canon. They originally come from games, but they're not Heroes original, so they don't count as Heroes units. So they've done Dokkan Fests for them before, like I think a new Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta Dokkan Fest that was like, you know, potentially top 3 unit on release when it comes out. That would be awesome for everyone, not just for the Super Saiyan 3 category. Give them a decent like 200% leader skill combo, making sure that Super Saiyan 3 is part of it, and then I think you could make some very interesting stuff for the future. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm looking forward to Bardock's EZA for Global, so I can at least try using the Super Saiyan 3 team, but a lot of these units are starting to age out quite a bit. So I'm going to look at the, actually let's take a look at there's 2 quote tweets. So something to do with Otherworld Warriors. Lastly, they got was Physical Angel Frieza. I've got the Otherworld Warriors tab up as well here, actually, because yeah, these guys, you know, funnily enough, this guy being on Super Saiyan 3 as well, getting an EZA would be nice. I know if people are speculating him and the Vegeta potentially as a pair getting an EZA during the anniversary if part of it is going to be Buu Saga themed. But yeah, look how small this category is. We've got 3 LRs. These guys are still usable, and these guys can be, but Vegeta not so much. He could obviously potentially EZA during the anniversary as well. And then yeah, very similarly to Super Saiyan 3, just look how small this category is. And a lot of the units are like the same character, right, with the same name. So very, very small category. Definitely could use some help, especially when some of the units on here, like the Cell and the Frieza, require like multiple Otherworld Warriors or even a full Otherworld Warriors team basically to work properly, and it's just such a small category, so that is pretty bad. And then we've got Universe Survival Saga. I mean these units definitely need EZAs, Jiren especially, but let's see, Universe Survival Saga. I mean, there's a lot. I guess there's a lot of leaders, but a lot of them are outdated. Even Hidden God Goku, a bit outdated now. Kaioken, I guess if the anniversary is going to be Spirit Bomb themed, this Goku could get an EZA. His crazy Spirit Bomb active skill could become a strategy again. Jiren definitely needs an EZA, and then he gets a full 170 lead. And then obviously LR Jiren needs an EZA as well. I mean, the thing is, this category is obviously bigger than the ones that are broken down into reps of Universe 7, like Universe 12, Universe 6. But that's because there are so few characters like involved in the tournament that have cards. So it would be good to get some cards potentially of characters from the other universes. The only problem is you'd have to imagine that those would pretty much need to be free-to-play cards, because no one would really care about summoning for those characters. So they'd have to be, or even like, I guess they'd have to be like the side banner unit of a new Dokkan Fest. Maybe have a new Dokkan Fest that is Universe Survival Saga related. Doesn't have to be someone from a different universe, and then have 2 side banner units like Ginyu that are other universe characters that just have like Universe Survival Saga support or something. Because I mean the category is decently sized, but a lot of the units in it have started to age now, so it probably is pretty relevant to want to see some buffs to that. So let's have a look down the thread here. Shout out to our boy Alan. Hybrids. I mean, it's funny because you'd expect Alan to say hybrids because he's a big fan of hybrids. I mean, I am as well. I do very much enjoy that team. And it is kind of true, right? Because like we just got Gohan, who, whilst he can be frustrating to use sometimes, like is very good, especially at his best. But hybrids hasn't had a lot of huge buffs recently. And when putting together like a hybrids team, there's a lot of like the units that used to be really good, like staples on a hybrid Saiyan team, that are starting to age a little bit thanks to the more difficult content that is releasing. So Bond of Master and Disciple, I feel like that is one that is going to get a lot more buffs very soon, right? Because there are a lot of characters that their various versions all fit into this. So I definitely could see us getting some buffs for this quite soon. GT Heroes, obviously, we potentially think the anniversary is going to have the GT Spirit Bomb Goku. So I could see this getting some buffs and some other easy A's. We still have some of the old side units like the STR Trunks and Physical Pan that could get really good easy A's and be good for that team. Transformation Boost, Superclass side. Yeah, the Superclass side. I mean, the thing is, almost every unit that transforms is going to end up getting put on here, but I don't think there's a transformation boost leader that is superclass, is there? So a superclass leader would be good. And then Broly's, does it mean Broly's team as in like Imp Broly Planetary Destruction, or just more Brolys? I mean, I'm on board with either of those. More Brolys would be good. Easy A's for like the Tech LR and stuff like that, so definitely could be good. My boy AC, Margin Power. See, this is what I mentioned at the beginning, right? Like Kid Buu. Did I mention it at the beginning of this? Yeah, Kid Buu was like the last buff to Margin Power, but he didn't really have like a great unit that he released with, or at least good link partner that was like a good rotation partner, because he's not a great slot 1 unit right from the start of the event. He can build up to a reasonable level where you could kind of take the risk of putting him in slot 1, but yeah, he needs a good partner, and the rest of the team around him definitely needs some buffs. But we would assume once we do get a new like Dokkan Fest that leads Margin Power, we could get like the STR's Super Buu, Easy A, and then Kid Buu's going to have a lot of good partners around him. Namekians, I mean, this kind of goes without saying. We finally got a new buff with a differently named Piccolo, but you know, they could definitely do more. Now that we're getting that new like ability for the anniversary, the delay skill thing, standby, that's it. Yeah, is it standby? I completely forgot the name of it for a second then. We could have like that could open up potential for more like support units like a Dende. I don't understand why we don't have a Dende card that has like a Senzu Bean effect, but maybe we'll see that. Realm of Gods, I already mentioned this in my tweet at the beginning, but I definitely think Realm of Gods could use some help. In fact, let's open up yeah, you're on there. Let's open up the Realm of Gods page, because I thought about this quite a bit recently with the release of the Resurrection of F Blues and trying to put together a good team for them. The fact that there are a lot of the units on here that were like mainstays. Like back in the day, it was actually a joke in the community, in like the meta, that Realm of Gods was getting more buffs, because it seemed to happen almost every celebration, or at least very regularly. And now we haven't really seen any for quite some time. Global, obviously we're getting the global first God Goku Easy A, which will be really good. Depending what they make his leader skill, he's going to be really good as a leader for a lot of different events, because his leader skill is pure Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans, which is really good. Obviously we've been getting some buffs in terms of like Zamasu units, new Zamasus, but these guys need a lead that gives them a full 200%, and then I think they could be really good. Beerus and Whis lost that poll to get the global first Easy A, but that means they're obviously just designing one for them, because if they'd won, that's the one they'd have to release. So they've obviously worked on this as well as the Goku one, so this will come out at some point. And then of course we have like physical Beerus needs an Easy A. I wonder if what would be really good for Realm of Gods, just for the strength of the team overall, is if they Easy A'd this physical Beerus, and then they did what they did during like the worldwide celebration with the Piccolo and Vegeta side banner units where they just give this Whis and Easy A like at the same time, and you just have to play the Easy A twice, like when it comes out, and then you can Easy A him as well. Because Whis, you could get away with using him in some content now, as long as he always dodges, right? And then you know, you'd be fine. But imagine him getting an Easy A at the same time as Beerus, and then them becoming a crazy rotation again. That would be awesome. And then the LR getting an Easy A not long afterwards. So I think we should get more Realm of Gods buffs that aren't just Goku and Vegeta in their god forms. So I think that would be cool. New Zamasu stuff I want to see. This AGL Zamasu, I really want his Easy A. So there's a lot of stuff they could do. Super Saiyan 2. I'm a big fan of Super Saiyan 2 as well. We already mentioned that in Goku, but if him and the Tech Vegeta do both Easy A, then those will not only be buffs for the team, but then obviously Vegeta's leader skill. Is it a full 170 already for Super Saiyan 2? His one? I can't remember, but it will be after he Easy A's if it isn't. And then he says Pure Saiyans as in a new leader. I mean, yeah, the category itself is always going to be getting buffs, basically, isn't it? But we have quite a few Pure Saiyan leads, but a lot of the 200% ones don't cover all the specific units that people want to run together. So I'm sure we will get a new version of that soon. So my boy Raudo-kun, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 2, Realm of Gods, yep. Entrusted Will is an interesting one, because it's one of those categories where you could argue that some units should be on it that aren't already. But I feel like that one, and Mastered Evolution as well, these will just get buffs. Like, as more characters come out, even if they're leading other categories, they will be in these as well, right? Thereby buffing these categories. And then Time Limit is an interesting one, because it is mostly like fusion dance characters, and then like some of the other like Time Limit based forms. So this one's kind of weird, like unless we get more fusions or more versions of characters that already exist in this category, it's one of those ones that's kind of hard to buff, I think. So Shadow Super Saiyan 3, yep. LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku with a Spirit Bomb active skill would be a pretty cool. I mean, that could be one of the anniversary units, right? Or maybe if it is just base Goku, he can transform into Super Saiyan 3. Because that's the thing, we haven't had an anniversary Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so I think that would actually be pretty cool. And then, yeah, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Goku and some other Easy A's would be good. Super Saiyan 3 LR Gotenks, that would be a cool, like, yellow coin LR to get at some point. I mean, it could be, there's no reason it couldn't be a Dokkan Fest or a Carnival LR. But just if we're doing Majin Buu Saga again for the anniversary, they could have him as, like, either one of the Carnival LRs or, like, a follow-up yellow coin banner, like, in the next celebration or something. I don't know. But an LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, I think, would be cool. Someone else saying Namekians. My boy Daniel, I love running them when Piccolo and Nail were viable. Yeah, physical Piccolo Easy A will be really good. Nail Easy A will be really good, especially now that we have the new LR Piccolo, so that'll be a very fun team. But we just need more characters for it. GT is a character that doesn't get enough love. Well, again, hopefully part of the anniversary. Same with Majin Power. And we could easily get a Majin Buu version of the Ginyu Force, but with 2023 power creep. Yeah, just a whole bunch of different named versions of Buu being one of the craziest teams in the game. That would be cool. Yeah, more cohesiveness. I'm assuming that kind of includes leads like we talked about already. Kamehameha Carnival lead. That would actually be cool. A Carnival LR, because obviously Carnival LRs just have one category full 200%. Kamehameha 200% lead would actually be pretty awesome. There's a lot of units on that, even some of the extreme ones, so that would be pretty good. Fused Fighters needs some new units. Easy A's are cool, but I like actual new units. Yeah, I guess we still need a standalone blue Gogeta, so that's something we could get. Fused Fighters is obviously the category that includes Fusion and Potara and like the various other things like Super 17 and like some of the Piccolos. That's the thing, they introduced it with the Year 7 LRs and then hasn't really gotten any buffs. So that would be very cool. 200% team Universe Survival Saga, someone mentioned this again. It'd be cool if it was like a Carnival LR that was just straight up 200% Universe Survival Saga. Because there's definitely a lot of variation there if the leader fits in. Probably would be like a Goku, right? Probably a weird pick when we kind of get a stable leader for World Tournament. I mean, yeah, World Tournament is another one of those categories that's just been completely, like, left to the wayside. We need more buffs for it other than just, like, the World Tournament reward cards. And some of them aren't even in the World Tournament category. So yeah, there's some units that could definitely lead that category. Would be pretty good. It just needs a lot of buffs to be anywhere near the where the other categories are. Non-Saiyan Realm of Gods, we kind of already talked about that a bit with Beerus and Whis, but yeah, more Kais, Angels, and a new Beerus. Yeah, the thing is with Beerus is one of those characters like Piccolo, where up until now, he didn't have any other forms, so any new Beeruses are all just going to be called Beerus. So I wish they would give him, like, some kind of other name. Like, imagine, I know, like, say the Tech Beerus has that Fury mode. They could make a card that was, like, Beerus brackets Enraged or something. Or even, how about a turn 1 transformation unit that is Beerus asleep in his, like, nightgown and hat. And he has an intro animation where he does the thing. Is it Resurrection of F at the beginning? He, like, sneezes out an energy ball and blows up a moon while he's asleep. That could be his entrance animation, or, like, turn 1 transformation. That wakes him up, and then he just transforms into just being called Beerus. But because it's a transformation, he then links with other Beeruses. That'd be pretty cool. Bandai Spies, if you're watching this, make that a thing. That'd be cool. Resurrected Warriors and Inhuman Deeds. Yeah, Inhuman Deeds still doesn't have a proper full category leader, which is kind of crazy. Resurrected Warriors obviously do some buffs as well. Carnival LR Final Form Frieza with a 200% lead for Inhuman Deeds. The fact that we don't have an LR Final Form Frieza is kind of crazy, right? Like, first one Frieza is a Prime Battle LR. We have Full Power Frieza. In fact, we have 2 Full Power Friezas. There's going to be one. I'm not forgetting one, am I? We've got LR Golden Frieza now. But yeah, LR Final Form Frieza with a 200% lead for Inhuman Deeds. That'd be awesome. Kid Buu placed in Realm of Gods category. I'm not too sure. I know it's about, like, the Kai energy thing, right? But I don't know. I'm assuming they're not going to do that. Universe Survival Saga again. Yeah. These. This is basically, like, all of the non-main categories. Okay. Pretty much, like, every category. I guess a Slug would be fine as well, so there's more name variety. Yeah, we could easily get a Dokkan Fest Lord Slug that had an interesting combination of the categories that he's on. Because I know a lot of people wouldn't be hyped, but we've had Ginyu, Raditz, like, any character that is the main boss of a movie or an arc can be a Dokkan Fest, as far as I'm concerned, right? So, Great Ape Power. Yeah, more Super Saiyan 4s, more Giant Ape units. There's a ton of Giant Ape units that still need Easy A's. They did those 3, like Vegeta, Raditz, and Kid Goku. They still need to do, like, Turles, the Team Bardock ones, the Int Super Baby 2, which could come if GT is part of the anniversary, but definitely need some buffs for that. So, Super Saiyan 3, yep. I think that would be the plus 30% buff of a leader skill rather than the 170. Potentially, yeah, but I don't know if it would be the 30% solely because then that team is essentially just a Super Saiyan 3 team, plus units that are getting 170. So I think if you make Super Saiyan 3 one of the leads, something else, and then, yeah, have the 30% be Power Beyond Super Saiyan, because then obviously all the Super Saiyan 3s will be on there, and then whatever the other category is, if they're on Beyond Super Saiyan, they'll be getting it as well. So I think that's actually a pretty good combo. So I would do Super Saiyan 3, 170, and something else 170, and then 30% to Power Beyond Super Saiyan. I think that could be pretty good. Yeah, World Tournament. Androids. We actually haven't had a lot of new androids recently. Obviously, JP got the Easy A for Cell, but, like, him by himself is not enough. Definitely getting some more androids would be good, I think. Manifesting an Android 21 Dokkan Fest. I mean, I'm always on board. More representation of the Queen, top Dragon Ball waifu. So, yep. My top 3 in no order. Universe 6, Super Saiyan 3, Majin Buu Saga. I mean, Majin Buu Saga is huge and is presumably getting buffed soon. So it's interesting to see that on there. But Universe 6, I mean, obviously very limited. You can only do, like, Kales, Keflas, Cauliflas, Hit. Dokkan Fest Kabe be Minato's new favourite unit. He'd have to get rid of Int Kabe. But World Tournament, yep. We need more cards other than the World Tournament cards. Very true. Hybrid Saiyans, Realm of Gods, Super Saiyan 2, Superheroes. I mean, Superheroes is every super type character from Dragon Ball Super. So obviously, as more cards come out, they're just going to automatically be in there. But until there is more Dragon Ball Super, that category's not going to get, like, a ton of big buffs all at once. It's just going to get buffs when they do new versions of the existing characters that we've already got from Dragon Ball Super. But GT, Realm Gods, Potara, Super Saiyan 3, get the help. Yeah, Movie Heroes just was the #1 one that no one will have said. It just got buffed so many times last year. It's absolutely crazy. Martian Power, GT Bosses. Yeah, GT Bosses is in the mud. They've got a leader that doesn't work well with the rest of the team and doesn't have big bad bosses. So maybe LR Omega Shenron will be the help for that. Peppy Gals, Dragon Ball Saga. Yep, Global's getting the Kid Goku very soon, which is cool. GT Heroes and Bosses. Bond of Friendship is one of those ones that will constantly get buffs with like Goku's, Trunks, Goten. All Out Struggle, Powerful Comeback. These fit under, like we said before, they're just going to always get buffs as new characters come out. But getting new, better leaders would be a help as well. Android 18, 200% Android lead is a must. That would be pretty cool. Namekians, Martian Power, Androids, Fuse Fighters, GT Bosses. Yeah, crossover. Do more crossover stuff. Like, I know they've probably done... I mean, there's almost an infinite combinations of characters in Fusions. So even though there probably isn't going to be a new Fusions game anytime soon, by the looks of it, they could still do some more Fusions characters. That would be kind of cool. I personally think they should do Heroes more than once a year, and then actually make the units more like in line with Dokkan Fest in terms of their like shelf life. But yeah, more crossover stuff would be good. Yeah, some of the categories is they just are terrible. Even if they get like a 200% leader, a lot of the units aren't very good. Saiyan Saga still needs more buffs, that is true. Martian Power, yep. Androids and Martian Power, yep. We need Dokkan Fest 21. See, the people know. Corroded Body and Mind, yes. We definitely need a Dokkan Fest baby. He can have Corroded Body and Mind as one of his 170s, and then something else that covers a large amount of the category would be good. I'm trying to skip over some of the ones that are just the repeated comments, but I am trying to make sure we get a look in as well. So LR Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks that lead Super Saiyan 3 would be really good. No, okay, somebody had to say it. Movie Heroes. We had no Movie Heroes units last year. Obviously being sarcastic, but yeah. Somebody actually said it, so... But yeah, we got quite a few more comments on here that are the same categories again. I'm trying to see if there are any that stand out that nobody has said, because obviously once we get so far down the list, Earthlings, we definitely could get some better, newer versions of the Z Fighters, like Dokkan Fest Krillin. I mean, we got a Dokkan Fest Yamcha from the Saiyan Saga, right? We can get a Dokkan Fest Krillin, Dokkan Fest Tien. Revenge actually needs a lot of buffs. Revenge has what, like AGL Bardock as the leader. So yeah, Revenge, definitely the extreme class side of Revenge. They need an extreme leader, because there's a lot of extreme units on there. But then Bardock with his Saiyan links obviously doesn't work well with them. So, Wicked Bloodline, always good to get more Wicked Bloodline buffs. Obviously the Worldwide Download Celebration brought a lot, so I can't see them getting a ton anytime soon. But yeah, so those are the categories that you guys want to see get the most help in 2023. Let me know down below in the comment section what ones you guys would like to see and why, and give me your ideas on what you would like to see, whether it's like a Carnival LR specifically for that category or some specific Easy A's that you want to see. Let me know down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.